I'm going to start right into the intro. I see you coming up. Excellent connection. Just want to see it. There we are. Well, let's do it.
Welcome. Happy Thursday. How's everybody doing tonight? We're going to give everyone a couple of minutes. Oh, Holly is vocal today. Oh my goodness.
She wants some attention.
Lots of screaming coming from the other side of the basement.
It's alright.
Oh,
hi everybody.
Goodness. Hello, welcome.
Thanks for joining us tonight.
Oh, goodness, I'm sorry.
Of course, there's our Phoenix right on time.
Oh my goodness, how's everybody been? It has been a crazy few weeks.
Yes. It's all good. We're happy, very happy to have you guys join us tonight.
That's right.
You want to give it a few minutes?
Yepper. We're going to give everyone a couple of minutes. What you been up to? How's everybody feeling? How's everyone doing? It is our Self-Care Thursday, and we're excited to get the weekend started.
You ready to get it started?
Oh my goodness, I had a short week and it still feels like it was a long one. Phew. Those last 2 days are killer.
It'll be alright.
Mm-hmm. We're just giving everyone a few minutes because we're not live on Facebook. We're only on YouTube tonight. So I know some people are probably still looking for us over on Facebook. Sorry. We've just a few more weeks to go, guys. And then we'll be able to be live on your Facebook again.
Yeah.
Sorry.
At that point, they have forgiven us, and then we'll be allowed to come back on.
They'll have forgiven us.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We got a band.
Oh my goodness. If you're new with us, let us know. We'd love to hear from you. It will be a longer session tonight, so plan for about 3 hours. If you don't want to stick with us the entire time, it's okay. You can come back to the video whenever you want to.
Right.
Even I may have to take a break in the middle of this one. There's a lot of detail here. But we'll see what we can do. I might try and run through it a little quicker for you guys, just so that you're not hanging on there for that many hours with me.
Well, Phoenix says she's not a Spongebob fan, so she's just painting a picture for her uncle tonight.
There you go. That's okay.
Which is what we love very much.
Yeah, we just like hanging out with you. That's fine.
Exactly.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness. It is the weekend, right?
Just about.
So tired of these gloomy days. Like, what is up? It is spring. I'm ready for spring.
Ready? All right.
I'm ready for spring.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm ready too.
Yes, we're ready to open up the pool. We're ready to be sitting outside and Enjoying nice weather.
Yes.
We got teased last week with like 2 70-degree days in there. And
That's
then
what you thought it was, tease?
it was. And we got back to this wet, cold, damp, I don't know, gloom. It's like we're in Seattle. Sorry. Sorry, Seattle. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and get started just in case. I know this is going to be a longer one this evening, so if you ever have questions, just chat them in there. Mark is watching the chat comment section over there. If you're new with us, I am Jennifer. Mark's behind the camera and computer. Rascal's at my feet. We got the birds chirping in the background.
That's right.
We are Mimosas and Masterpieces coming to you from Halifax, Pennsylvania. So tonight we are doing our Spongebob Night. Anytime you see one of these pre-sketched with me while I'm standing next to it, those sketches are available on our website, mimosasmasterpieces.com. After that, I will continue to try to upload them into the fan page, those sketches, so you can just go right there and grab them. I do have to get back to doing that. It's been a few crazy weeks, so I need to schedule some time for business mode. Right now, it's been house, mom's surprise birthday party that we finally got done with, and she was surprised. Mark in and out of the hospital again. Mark got a deer the other day. Yes. Oh my god. Oh my goodness.
My first one.
Let's hope it's the last.
Yeah, let's hope.
It has been a crazy few weeks, right? Anyway, all right, let's go over our supplies. So I have my two 10 by 20 canvases pre-sketched with our design. There was 6 sketches in that list, or in that sign up. I only chose 4. You can go and do all 6 of them if you want to. You could pick and choose. I thought about putting SpongeBob's pineapple in the middle, or Gary in the middle, but I ran out of time. So we were under the gun tonight. So our canvases are pre-sketched. Now I re-sketched them with Sharpie so you can see them on camera. You don't have to do that, but it does keep kind of an outline in there for you if you want that. Our paints. Our primary colors, red, yellow, blue, black, and white, and then I'm gonna need just a touch of a brown for when we do a little bit of our sand and Sandy, right? I think that's her name, Sandy? I think so. A cup of water to rinse, paper towels to dry. The brushes I'll be using are probably our 1/2 inch flat. I think the 1 inch might be a little bit much for getting in all those little tiny areas, so I'll probably stick with my 1/2 inch flat. My medium round, the number 8, and then that tinier number 4 detail brush. Cup of water to rinse, paper towels to dry.
All right.
Something to sip. Let's get started.
You have something to say?
I'm gonna probably need something a little stronger than water tonight, but I didn't get anything.
Where is it?
Maybe I'll do the lemon chata upstairs in the fridge.
It's in the fridge?
Yeah, or coconut.
It says lemon chata?
Yeah, or the blue bottle in the fridge. I'll do that one instead. Coconut.
Blue bottle in the fridge. I will be right
Coconut.
back. As we get started with that, I will be right back.
Look at that. I even have a bartender to come my way.
If that's what you like, I will be right back.
I'm going to work on our background first. So I'm going to actually this time start from the bottom and work my way up. Now I'm going to do the whole 2 sections. Normally when I do a pop art, I do section off all 4 in different colors and make them just a bold color. For this one, I thought it would be kind of fun to make it look like they're under the water, so I started with kind of a little sandy color on the bottom and faded that up into a blue. Brought my blue down for like my water. But again, I always say, my painting is not going to look like my painting, and your painting is not going to look like my painting. So it's okay if you decide to do those solid color backgrounds, or if you follow me for that the sand fading into the water thing. So I'm going to work on the bottom first. So in order to start that, I'm going to take just a touch of my brown. Very little. A little bit of this will go a long way. So a touch of my brown, I'm going to mix right in the center. The birds are talkative tonight. Oh my gosh. I'm going to take a scoop of my yellow and a big scoop of my white here. I always try and take right from the edge so I don't have to mess up too much. And I'm just going to start mixing. You're just going to mix till you get a sandy color. Again, those colors were just a touch of that brown, a little scoop of yellow, and a nice scoop of white. I'll show you what I got going so far. Let's see. Let's see what it looks like down here. Yeah, I think that's good. Sandy enough. So I'm going to start on the bottom. Now, because I'm kind of blending two colors, I am going to just kind of do X's in there so that there's a little texture. It will help me blend instead of trying to blend two very different colors when I'm doing this. So I'm going to just start at the bottom. I'm going to come up to maybe Patrick Shorts with that sandy color. If you want to lift those canvases, you can to grab the bottom. Right underneath Patrick Shorts.
This blue bottle that you speak of.
It's on the door of the refrigerator.
There are only 2 bottles of alcohol on the door.
Yeah, it's coconut.
You mean it's rum?
Yeah, that one.
Cream.
Yes.
Oh, okay. See,
that's the one. Good one.
You said blue bottle. I was like, I don't
it's
see
a blue bottle.
Blue bottle in here.
Yeah, that's the blue bottle.
Wait till we come back.
Wait till we come back. Oh my. So again, I'm bringing it up about maybe 3 inches. And I'm just kind of doing those little X's. It can be a little bit of a texture in there. So normally you would see me go straight across like this. This time I'm gonna get some texture going on in there. It's gonna feel a little busier. Come right up underneath Sandy with our sand color. And if you're chatting in, Mark will be right back. He's getting me a beverage. Grab those edges as you go. And if you want to lift that canvas up, you can get the bottom. And if you go over those designs or your sketches, what I generally would say is it's not usually that big of a deal, but I'm going to show you what I do if you do happen to go over it, like I'm painting over that foot. You'll grab a clean, dry brush, rinsed and dry good. And maybe slightly damp will leave our brush, and I'll show you how to kind of erase. Oh my gosh, Holly. So kind of a clean, dry brush, you're just gonna kind of wiggle your brush back and forth, and you're almost erasing that paint right off of there. Oh, good job.
This doesn't look blue.
That's like teal.
It looks like green.
It's not green, that's like an aqua.
She said blue in the refrigerator. No, I was like, okay, I don't see any blue in the refrigerator. Where is this blue bottle?
Oh, it's a new bottle too.
That's right, new.
All right, we're gonna have to open this bad boy.
New green bottle.
So you're getting your sand color in there, about 3 inches high of that sand color to start. This paint cart is a mess. If you only saw the bottom of it.
They see some of it.
There's like trash in there. There are my papers, empty bottles.
I can show them.
No, it's okay. It's a mess. Ooh. Who's that?
Sarah says, damn, I'm late.
It's okay.
I'm going to work on my sketches and watch since I didn't sketch sketch already.
No problem.
It's okay, Sarah.
I'm gonna take a moment to take a sip.
She's taking a moment. I went upstairs to get her something to sip.
Taking a moment to take a sip.
She's telling everybody to have a sip, and I said, well, what are you sipping?
Looks like
she goes, nothing. I said, okay, well, let's get you something.
My Kenny Chesney fans, Blue Chair Bay, so good.
She says hi. She's happy to see us both.
Hi.
We're happy to see you.
All right, so again, I was just kind of showing you how you could erase some of that paint if you happen to get some paint on. You're going to want to do that immediately when you see it, though. And then you can sort of clean it up a bit. So once you've got a good layer of that sand color in there, I'm going to start to grab white. So I'm going to it can be with that still your same brush, still with that sand color on there. Just adding white, and we're going to continue to blend up. So right over the edge, we're just going to continue to add white now. Same little brush strokes, those little X's back and forth. Just creating some texture in there. Grab those edges. Dun, dun, dun. And again, all I'm doing is adding white as I go. This is your background, so you don't have to worry about the detail yet. It can be a little free. Grabbing more white. So we're going to leave off with we're going to be almost white at the top of this canvas. And you can leave some of it open because we're going to come back to the blue and bring it down. Alrighty.
Phoenix said creative minds are rarely tidy.
You know, I try. I really do.
She does.
I really do try. And it's just sometimes it's just not happening.
That applies more to me.
It is kind of, organized chaos, if that's such a thing. Like, I kind of know where everything is and what's going on. But I do wish that I can organize things a little bit better. I would normally say I'm a very, organized person. I am very detail-oriented. But I think because when you're doing so many things, those details, the more you put in your mind, some things are starting to slip out now. Maybe it's my age. Not quite sure what's happening there, but we have a lot of, especially with Mimosa Marketing, a lot of events coming up, and there's a lot of detail and organizing and planning that go into these big events. So I know.
Yes.
There's a lot of stuff happening.
You got some events coming up.
Yes, we do. All right. So I finished off with the lightest version of that sandy color. And I'm going to rinse and dry. Now, if you pull some of that up into the top canvas, you can. That's fine. Otherwise, it's okay. We're going to start with the blue on top and bring it down. So I'm rinsing and drying once I have my sand color.
Oh, I thought you was going to take a sip.
Let me just take a breather first.
A breather?
Maybe I need to let everybody take a breather.
Okay.
I feel like I'm rushing.
Really?
Yeah, so I'm just going to...
No, you don't got to rush.
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying. I just need to slow down a little bit.
Yeah, take a sip. Take it easy.
I'm sorry.
Nothing to be sorry for. Everything is good. Well, let's say you said you got events coming up. I got one event right here. It's Winter is a Drag, Paint, Sip, and Swag. April 8th from 6 to 11 p.m. Where's that going to be?
That is in Bound Brook, New Jersey. So, anybody that's local to New Jersey, it's going to be an awesome event. You can... So this event will have approximately an hour-long painting session with me. We're going to paint a little 80s night canvas. Some 80s inspired things.
Okay.
We are going to have a drag show. We have at least 4 performers. We are going to, it'll include a buffet dinner, 2 beverages come with your ticket purchase, and then there is a cash bar. There is tons of door prizes. DJ, dancing, whole 80s night. Come on, who doesn't love the 80s? Who doesn't love the 80s? If you don't love the 80s, we can't be friends. Just saying.
All right, we got a birthday person here.
A birthday? Whose birthday?
Yes. Diane Layton.
Hi, Diane.
Says,
How
hi,
are
today is my
you?
birthday.
Happy birthday.
It's 60 degrees here and sunny.
That sounds good.
I took the dogs to Adler Lake at the base of Mount Rainier.
Oh, yeah, it's nicer in Washington than it is here. See?
Yeah, well, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Diane.
Definitely.
Aw. Awesome.
That is awesome. And then Sarah says, oh man, I wish I lived closer.
How far are you, Sarah?
Yeah, where are you from, Sarah? I don't remember.
I know. It's been a long time. We have to get our map going again.
Yes, we do. Gotta get the map back up.
Yeah.
It'll take some more time, but we'll get there. Anyway, happy birthday again, Diane. I'm really glad that you could join us.
Yeah. All right. So what I'm going to do is rinse and dry that 1/2-inch brush. I'm just going to go to my blue. Now, if you want to change up the color of your blue, you can. This is just primary blue. That's all this is. If you want to add a tiny touch of red to make it kind of a deeper blue, like an ultramarine, you can do that. If you want to add a teensy little bit of yellow to kind of make it like that teal aqua color, you can. Maybe that's what I'll do. Grab a tiny bit of yellow for that blue. Just mix in a little section. And I'm going to go right to my canvas. So again, right across the top. And then we're going to come down about, let's come to about here, halfway down Spongebob with that blue color. And again, my little X's, I'm just kind of putting in the background. So it's not nice and smooth this time. This time we're purposely making it a little choppy looking.
Okay.
So we're under the water. As you get close to your sketches, just be mindful and try to go around them. Try not to go over. I know there's a lot of little detail coming up now, so it is a little tougher to not go over that, but do your best. And I showed you the little trick of, sort of an erasing. Grab those edges. Right across. Again, if you want to do these backgrounds with solid colors, you're more than welcome to. This is your painting.
Yeah, Diane said, look, now I'm eating chicken wings and drinking beer.
That sounds like fun.
And Sarah's in Minneapolis. She's in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Okay, I have been there. I was there a couple years ago.
She lived closer.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Some of these events we have coming up, they're really awesome ones. I wish some of you were closer because I would love to meet so many of you in person. Love to meet all of you.
It's gonna happen one day. We gotta get that TV money. Build up our fan base bigger, and we'll be able to afford somebody to sponsor us to be able to go all over the place and meet everybody. Go up to Canada, come down from North America to Canada.
We need to go to Canada. Sponsored or not, we need to go to Canada.
Yes. But there's so many places here in the United States too.
Oh my gosh. I was never really much of a traveler, so I don't. You've never been on a plane even.
I've never been on a plane.
But you have been on a train.
Yeah, I worked on a train. That's different than being on a train.
But yeah, I'm not much of a traveler, but I have been around, a few places. So again, I'm going about halfway down with my blue. This is just the straight blue. I added a tiny touch of yellow to it. Most artists will tell you not to use your primary colors direct. You're always supposed to mix, but there's no rules here.
That's right. That's the difference.
Now, just like we did on the bottom, same brush. I'm not even going to rinse or dry. just gonna start picking up white. Just gonna grab white on that brush and we'll start blending that white. Right along the edge. Blend it up into the blue a bit and bring it down. Again, just kind of using those little X brush strokes.
Yeah, I'm going to try to move in a little bit more, Sarah was like.
So you can see that?
Yeah, let's see
so,
if I can move in a little bit closer.
Those little X strokes, all I'm doing is, it's kind of a quick flip of the wrist. So I kind of brush down with the white and I flip my brush over quick. Get the other side. Flip. 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 So that's all I'm doing. That's how I make those little X's or brush strokes. Just grabbing more white as I go. Of everything.
That's okay.
So we're trying to get kind of a smooth transition of those colors. So I like to kind of blend that white up into the blue a bit. And then what I'll do is I'll rinse and dry my brush, so that I can start with more white and no blue on my brush. So I came down about another third of the way, so I have about a third of the way to go. Now my brush is pretty loaded with blue and white, so I am going to rinse and dry this to get all that blue out of there. And then just grab white. We're just going to keep on going. Clean, dry brush, just grabbing white. Same thing, I'm going to blend up into that blue a bit, just a little. You don't want to go all the way up, just enough to pull a tiny bit of that blue out and down. If you do pull some of that blue, use that for underneath Spongebob, where there's nothing under there yet. So you have a tiny bit of blue hanging out under there. Nice light blue, pale pastel blue. Now it's going to keep getting lighter, and I'm going to end up meeting up with this light tan color. So we're going to have to blend those two at some point, but let's get down as far as we can first, and then we will blend. What's everybody doing?
Painting.
I know I'm moving a little quick.
No, you're not. Doing all right.
Who's calling me? I'm painting, Suzanne. I'll have to tease her later. So as I get down to that lighter color, I'm going to start to blend over that tan color that we have. It's that real pale tan color. Now that's almost dry now, so it's not really going to blend, but it'll sort of go over it. You'll see a light hue of green in there, just a little bit. So I'm all the way down to the bottom. And then as I get down to that very edge of that tan, I'm going to start to bring it just a smidge into the top area. So you should see just a little bit of that light blue in there so that they're blended. And then if you're having a hard time blending, I always suggest what you can do is take a tiny bit of this color down here, so it's that light tan color with the white, and you can bring it up a little at a time. So see what I did? I grabbed a little of that color. I'm gonna grab more of that white, and we'll blend a bit so that it's wet. And then you can pull some of this color up into the blue even if you want. And those X brush strokes, that helps it blend. And making those X's, it's not a real smooth transition, so it's okay if it looks a little choppy. Tiny bit. There we go. Alright. And then vice versa. If you want more of this blue color to come down into this one, you can grab a little tiny bit of that blue and white and blend in toward the top. So I'll grab a tiny bit of blue with a little bit of white. So same thing, I'm just gonna kind of dot a few of those sections and then blend. Grab those X's. And as you go over it, it'll fade, it'll blend into the background. If your paint is feeling dry, you can also use just a touch of water on that brush, and that'll also help your paint blend a little bit too. All right, I think I am done with my background.
All right.
Yep. All right, I'm gonna rinse and dry. We'll give you guys a minute. What else do we have coming up?
We have Paint and Puff Adults Night Adults Only Night. Wednesday, April 20th, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We will be on Facebook and YouTube for that one.
We should be, yes.
But if we're going to be painting and puffing, I don't know how long we're going to be on there.
Well,
we might
no. We will not be partaking during the painting. We are just painting. Thank you. I'll be sipping.
If we do that, they'll ban us again.
I will be sipping, not puffing anything. This is for all of you puffers out there.
Hell, all the puffers out there.
I'm not a puffer. I'm an inhaler. Like, you know, like Leonard Inhaler. That's my puffer.
Wednesday, April 20th, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. That's the sacred 420 holiday.
The sacred. So we are shipping kits out for those. All of those kits come with fun novelty socks. I know several of you have gotten them already and love them.
Doesn't come with weed.
No.
Only fun novelty socks.
Just socks. Just socks. There is an abundance of giveaways for this one though. So I'm going to put together a chart. The more virtual tippers we get, the bigger the prizes we'll get. So again, there's still not going to be any, anything like that there.
Diane said it's legal in Washington.
I know.
Have fun and paint.
I know. Many states it is. We are not there yet in PA.
No, they're not. They're not here. They're not.
I don't think so.
Down there in PA.
I don't think so.
Too bad.
Who are we starting with first? Which character?
The leader. The
leader.
The star.
The SpongeBob.
Of course, you're gonna have to start off with the star.
Okay. Here we go. All Alrighty, I'm going to switch over my brush to the medium round. And this is, at this point now, anything that we're doing in our characters, just use the brush that you're comfortable with. Sometimes even this medium round may be a little large for some of these tinier areas, so you can use the tiny brush whenever you want to, okay? So, be laughing.
Because we have Carissa, Sue, and crew.
Hey, Carissa.
Says, didn't get to do my sketches in time, so I'm going to do this later, but thanks for being here.
You're welcome.
And it says it's illegal here in Arizona. It's illegal here in Arizona now. She said, I'm going to do that one too.
Many places. We have partnered up with a couple of companies for your giveaways. MasonLuke.com is an adults product company. And he has several of the things that he has given us for giveaways. So a lot of people, some people know the game Catan. It's kind of it's a board game. I have not played it yet, but I know in, I'll say like the comic and the nerd industry. I don't know what the proper term is.
Hey, I'm a nerd. You talking about us?
I love you
Talk
all.
about my people like that.
So we have the game Lords of Cannabis. That will be our big prize for this event.
That's
so
awesome.
I'm very excited for that.
That sounds really good.
Oh my goodness. All right, let's get Spongebob going. So medium round brush, rinsed and dried. I'm going to mix a yellow. So I'm going to take my primary yellow, add a tiny bit of white to that. And we will fill in SpongeBob. Now if you want, I'm gonna also add a tiny touch of red to it too. Just so you get almost that golden yellow color. Since again, using just the primary yellow, it's pretty transparent, see-through. So I'm gonna kind of make a little bit of a golden color for our SpongeBob. Yeah.
Yeah, our Phoenix is, I feel her. She says, we need a Bugs Bunny paint night.
A Bugs Bunny, huh?
Yeah,
All
a tribute to Bugs Bunny. One of my all-time favorites.
That's true, it is. Alright, let's get some of that paint off there. So I'm going to skip doing his dots or his little openings for his sponge body. Because those are going to be gray. But if you decide to paint over them, you can paint them in and then paint over them is fine as well. So don't get too stressed about, getting it over those little holes. It's okay.
Okay.
We can paint over that. I'm going to leave his arms open here. So arms going to be open. And right above his little shirt and tie. What are you doing?
Waiting patiently for you to be done.
I know, buddy. It's gonna be a long one.
He's being good right now.
That's because I put all the food away because I know he would otherwise be crazy.
Yeah, that's right. He would be going crazy.
Yeah, if there's food up on the counter and we're down here, forget it. He's like losing his mind. I know there's food. I know there is. Can I go up and get it? Can you give me some now? How about now?
Yep,
Are you done yet?
Exactly
I want to go up there. Maybe I can get it myself. Let me go. Oh my goodness. One of you guys suggested for me a hemp-based product for Rascal for joint support and for anxiety. Neither one of those bad boys, unless I wrap those treats really good in a lot of cheese, he is not getting those things down. If I put it in a slice of cheese, he even knows. It's like he goes, nope, spits the thing out, eats the cheese, and then I gotta get another piece of cheese. Yeah. It's like, I don't know what those things are, but it tastes gross. Sorry.
Well, Cousin Tara had the magical power. She was putting them in the cheese and a couple times he fell out. Yeah, because she got the rhythm and she said, I got the rhythm. I can put it in there and he'll eat it up. And it wasn't falling out of his mouth. Yeah,
he was very good at detecting those, even his pills. Oh, I forgot to give him his medicine tonight when I go back up. Yeah, he's very good at detecting when you're trying to put something in as slices of cheese. What is that?
Yeah, see, Phoenix says Bugs Bunny is one of the best cartoons ever. She said, I learned about classical music from Bugs Bunny.
It's so true. Aiden loves to listen to classical music. He has some favorites, but certain songs that he listens to, I'm like, I've definitely heard that before. Not probably because I was listening to classical, but probably because I was watching cartoons.
Yeah.
I definitely relate to several of those through, like Tom and Jerry. I know you're not a Tom and Jerry fan, but I was.
A Bugs Bunny fan.
I was.
I grew up on Bugs Bunny. Even today, I watch episodes of Bugs Bunny.
And the Flintstones.
And the Flintstones, yeah. Classics.
I'm going to go ahead and get his arms and then the tops of his legs. So the tops of his legs, it's just that top half, and then he has those tube socks.
I grew up in a generation of violent, confrontational, aggressively, aggressively with attitudes, cartoons growing up. I mean, they wasn't portrayed, they wasn't put out as that, but that's what they were. Bugs Bunny he don't take no mess from nobody. He get even with you. Fred Flintstone, big loudmouth guy.
I just always thought it was funny, like I just related the Flintstones to the Honeymooners because it was like the same characters.
Yeah.
It's like the cartoon version of the Honeymooners.
Yes, it was like the cartoon version of the Honeymooners.
Yeah.
Except Wilma and Betty would beat the crap out of both Barney and Fred. They want to get out of line. Oh, see, Phoenix says she was the last generation to have Bugs Bunny.
Yeah,
I lived through Bugs Bunny from the beginning when he first. He was out before I was born. But I just remember Bugs Bunny being there from the moment I was born, from being a little child to a grown-up. Bugs Bunny has always been great.
Yeah, I used to watch Bugs. I used to watch.
I mean, he stands on the work that he did
that many years ago.
Yeah, that work stands today. You watch a Bugs Bunny clip, I don't care which one it is, you're going to be like, wow, okay. Wow. That's what kids was watching when they were little.
It's true, though. Like, now you look at it, you're like, man, that's so violent. What the heck?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, my. All right, so while I have that yellow on my brush, I am just going to add a little bit more red to this yellow color. And I'm going to use this orangey color for Squidward's shirt. Now you can make it whatever color you like, of course. So I'm just going to make kind of I don't know, like an orange color for his shirt here. If you have too much paint on your brush, you can always rinse and dry, or you can go to that tinier brush, and that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to rinse and dry the tiny brush and grab that color, and we will paint Squidward's shirt.
Okay. Move it a little closer.
Okay. It's an easy night tonight. You're just kind of painting by number almost.
Okay.
Minus the numbers, that's all. The hardest part was the sketching, guys, I'm sure.
And if they're painting on this later, where do they get the sketch from?
Again, you can just grab it from our website, mimosasmasterpieces.com. That's what those sign-ups are for. Whenever you have a sketch, the sign-up will always be there on the website for you. And then eventually I will put them all in the Mimosas fan page. So there will be an album of just the files of the sketches.
Oh, on the fan page?
On the fan
page. Be able to get the sketches?
Shh, Holly, oh my goodness.
So they go to the fan page and they'll get the sketch.
I have to add more to it.
Not right now. But
not right now, yeah. But I'm starting to try to upload them onto that fan page so that they're all in one central location. And you don't have to sign up and, give me your email and everything else. It'll all
And if everybody wants to know what the fan page looks like, that's it right there. So visit that page and you can get a sketch from that page as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Also, on our fan page, what we encourage you to do when you make a painting, when you do a painting with one of our sessions, we want you to take a picture of your painting at the end, and you can post it right there on this fan page.
Yes. Maybe it won't be 3 hours. Maybe it will be more like 2.
Really?
I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
If you guys need me to repeat anything, just let us know while we're on the live. Every once in a while, I'll get a message later.
And for you people later who are watching this video, you can always rewind it.
That's true. Yeah, every once in a while, like, a week or so later, I'll see a comment come in that's like, "Hi, how are you?" We're not live anymore. Alright, so we got Squidward's shirt. Let's come back over to SpongeBob and let's do the white sections. Let's get that out of the way.
Alright.
So the white sections, I'm going to rinse and dry that tiny brush. Just go to white. Now you're not going to see the white on the canvas normally, but I'm going to do the outsides of the eyes. I'll fill those in. And his 2 teeth can be filled in. And then his shirt can be done. Now, in the end, I'll eventually go over everything again with my black outlining.
Yeah.
That's why if you go over it, you can outline it. You can fix it later. It's okay. Don't worry too much, okay? Some people like to use the paint. Some people like to go back when it's really dry and do Sharpie. Whatever your heart desires.
Yes.
These are for you. I didn't hear Jamie. No Jamie tonight.
No Jamie.
And Corbin. And we're going to get his socks. So that bottom half of his legs. With those little socks. Tube socks. So again, the white on SpongeBob is the outside of the eyes, the 2 teeth, his shirt, so it's the 2 arms, and then the top part of the shirt, and then the bottom parts of his legs for his socks. And we'll go back over and do the highlights later, so the white will get added later for the insides of the eyes and the highlights on the shoes. While I've got my white, I'm going to go ahead and come over to Squidward and do his eyes as well. So it's the outside of those eyes. Again, if you happen to go over those little center sections, it's okay. We can paint right over it. Go ahead and do Patrick's eyes as well. Oh my goodness, guys. Those birds are noisy.
Yeah, they're letting you know.
Sheesh, I know. I've been neglecting you. I haven't been home. I have not been home. I have not been down in the studio. I know.
They're letting you know.
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
So we're gonna have to make some videos about them.
Yeah, I know.
Listen, see, they know that they know what I was talking about.
So we got Squidward's eyes, Patrick's eyes. I'm gonna come on over to Sandy. Let's do her. We can do her whole suit. So it is her hand, the whole suit except for the little badge here, and her boots. So her legs get white, the suit gets white, arms. And I'm still sticking with that tiny brush, but if you want to use that slightly larger one, you can. Whatever you're comfortable with.
Well, I don't know what happened, James. Lost her train of thought.
Uh-oh.
She messed up on her painting.
Oh, sorry.
She's gonna have to wait for it to dry and then use white to fix it.
Yep, that's okay. If that's one thing I know, listen, it can always be fixed. That's right. It can always be fixed.
Diane says, Mark sounds good. Do you feel good?
He does, yes.
Yeah, I feel good. I'm okay.
You finished doing all your checklist that you needed to do for the doctors, my dear?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, see, she's a little annoyed because I have a kit.
Not annoyed. I just had to turn it off, but I didn't. I
have to. The doctors want to monitor me every day, so I have a kit that I have to report into, and I have to take my blood pressure and take my weight every day and all of that kind of stuff. So it just talks, and if I'm not home and I'm at work, then it just sounds like I guess
it's an alarm.
Asking questions for me, and I wasn't there to answer them. So I think that got Jennifer a little annoyed. She shut it off.
I did.
We're not allowed to shut it off.
I'm sorry. It was going on off every 10 minutes. It was going ding 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 ding. I'm like, really? What is that? It took me a while to figure it out, and then when I
turned it off.
And when I looked at it, the one thing, your checklist thing, was still orange, so it wasn't done. So I'm like, okay, well,
they came up with that after I left it for work.
I'm gonna have to shut that off because I can't.
In the morning, I did all of the checklists, and I went to work. So if they added the checklist after I left from work, there's nothing I could do about that. I was at work, I couldn't do it.
There's enough noise in the house with all the clocks, and I didn't need the 10-minute ding, ding, dings every 10 minutes.
Well, it could have been too important, because they would call me. The lady said, if you go over 2 pounds, we're going to come and call you. We're going to come and get you if you get over 5 pounds.
I'm going to go ahead and, with the white, do her eyes and her teeth. I think we're ready to move on to some color. Hey, rinse and dry.
Oh, Phoenix says she's going to also have to hide it from her uncle.
Aww.
Good luck. She's out there with him, right?
Yeah. Alright, what do we got next? Let's go back over to Spongebob and let's do his pants. So I'm going to grab a tiny bit of that brown again. Only a little bit of the brown. So it's a little tiny bit of my brown. And I'm gonna add a tiny touch of red to that too. So brown and red. I think I might need a little bit more brown on that. Just depends on the color brown that you're using. I don't like to get so specific that I'm telling you burnt umber, burnt sienna, raw sienna, raw umber. Just a brown. Alright, let's do SpongeBob's pants. I just got that tiny brush and I'm just filling in his pant legs or shorts. All the way across the brown.
You think that's his shorts?
Yeah, I guess they're shorts, really. Now, again, if you happen to go over those little rectangular sections, it's fine because they're going to be black, so you'll paint right over it. Don't worry. No stressing and painting. This is a stress-free night. Thanks for hopping back on with us tonight. I'm very sorry that we had to cancel and move it, but you know, I need my co-host here.
Yep. Sorry.
And look, you were like, oh, I'll be home later. 5 days later, right?
Yeah, I thought. I didn't have a clue. I didn't have a clue. Once I got in the hospital, they was like, well, we just can't let you go. I was like, what do you mean you can't just let me go? They said, we can't let you go until we're absolutely sure you're going to be all right. I said, okay.
Yep. That's what happens.
And I thought I was going home every day, but it didn't happen. It was like, no, we can't. I'm sorry.
Uh-huh.
I was like, really? I can't go home? No,
Nope.
You can't go home. Every time my eyes started to close, there was somebody standing over me that wanted blood or wanted to put some other IV in me, or
Aww.
somebody want me to sit up so they could listen to my breathing, or somebody wants to wrap me up and get the blood pressure again. And,
wrap me up.
yeah, come and wrap your arm. Can I have your arm?
Aww.
Oh, here. I got to the point where I just seen somebody come in my room, I just lift out my arm. Wait a minute, your arm?
Alright. So after we get SpongeBob shorts done, I'm going to grab another little section of brown, tiny bit of yellow, and just a touch of white for Sandy's tail and the top of her head, and her little, the inside of that badge. So there's the color I've got here. So again, it's a little scoop of brown, a little bit of yellow, or a scoop of yellow, about equal parts yellow and brown, and then a tiny bit of white. So we'll just fill this in. Fill it in her tail first. And then I'm going to rinse and dry to get my brush to a nice point so I can do her face, since that's a very small area over there. Just rinsing and drying this just to clean it off a bit and get it back to a point. So I'm spinning that brush on my paper towel toward me to get it back to a nice fine point, and then I'll grab a little bit of paint at a time. I'm going to do the top part of her head, so her ears, more clocks coming downstairs. And then her neck, which I missed sketching on mine, but it's going to be under here. And the last of that color is the bottom part of the acorn in here. And her badge. There we go. So again for that color, it's a scoop of brown, scoop of yellow, little touch of white. We'll fill in that tail, the top of her head, the little bottom part of her acorn badge, and her neck. Yes, birdies, I hear you. Shh. Goodness. So loud.
Oh my goodness. Phoenix says, my uncle's house is a country house. She says, I need to keep the wood stove going or I will freeze.
See, we have one of those, but ours is propane. And it automatically goes.
Or we will freeze?
Well, not right now we won't, but I mean, you know. It does heat the house. I have a propane bill that says so. And then the lighter color for the outside of her mouth, or the bottom part of her head, is that color that we used for the sand. So I'm just going to grab a little touch of that and do the outside of her mouth here. And we're going to do the same with the outside of the badge over here too. I may actually just use that darker color for the top of that acorn too. Then it's a different color. Go. I love seeing everybody's pictures of the gnomes last week. Thank you guys for sharing those with us. They were really good.
Like them?
Yes, they were so cute.
People love doing gnomes.
I know. I gotta do a bunny gnome for you guys. We'll do an Easter one.
I don't think the birds like that idea. Bird says you better do a bird gnome. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, let's see. I think our next step, let's come back over to Spongebob. We'll get some of that red going. So I'm gonna take a touch of my red, so a little scoop of red, tiny bit of black. I wanna make this kind of a deeper red, almost like a maroon color. Let's do his tie. And it's 8 o'clock. So doing the tie with that tiny brush. Just rinse and dry between your colors. And then I'm going to do the top inside of the mouth. So above the tongue. With that. Maroon color we'll use on the inside of the other mouths as well, inside of Patrick's and inside of the back right side of Sandy's mouth it comes. Inside the right of Sandy's mouth and then the top of Patrick's. This is that darker red color, that burgundy color. And that color again, all I did was I took a little scoop of red, with a touch of black. A little bit of black goes a long way. You don't need much. Okay.
Feeding said her gnome isn't finished.
Oh, we gotta get that soon. So same brush, not even rinsing or drying here. I'm gonna grab a tiny touch of black, just a little bit of black. I'm gonna come up in the top corner of SpongeBob's mouth with that black and kind of pull that down toward the center. Same with Patrick's. So it's a little bit darker in those corners of the mouth. I'm just kind of blending that in a little bit. And then again, touch of black. We're going to go to Sandy's top inside of the left side of the mouth with the black. Oh, rinse and dry. We'll get back to all those little details in the black in a little bit. Our SpongeBob is almost done. While you got that black, we can go to his shoes, SpongeBob shoes or boots. I'll fill those guys in. It's okay if you go over those little dots, they're just highlights, and we'll put those back in later. I'm going to do the inside, so the center circle of SpongeBob's eyes. So there should be a ring still around this, which is what the blue will go into.
He looks like he's got the crazy eyes.
He is a little crazy. He is crazy. I still got the black. You can do the little, his belt, I guess, around. I guess that's his belt in the pants or shorts. Pants, shorts. Details of black later when we finish everything else up.
Okay.
We're going to mix a little bit of gray. So the gray that we need is for SpongeBob's little circles, all of his little crevices, and Sandy's the underside of her helmet as well as her boots. So a little scoop of black with a scoop of white. You're just going to mix a gray. Like a lighter gray. I'd say if you have it a little darker, use the darker on the boots, that little section, and then make it a little bit lighter to do the crevices of SpongeBob. So I'm going to start with this gray that I got here on the boots. And if you paint over those little details, it's okay. We can put them back in with the detailing in the black later. It's all good. Do you have any trivia?
No.
Oh, darn. Okay. Alright. So we have the boots. We have this little section underneath her helmet here. And then the zipper. So our little zipper here. And then I'm just going to lighten that gray up a little bit more for the crevices in the sponge. The Spongebob.
That's what they are, crevices.
I don't know what they're called. That's what I'm calling them. I'm making my own language here.
He doesn't have, it's not like a, I don't know, some kind of decay or something like that.
No, it's a sponge. He's a sponge, so it's all the
Oh, so
little
it's got
holes of the
holes.
sponge.
Okay. I never looked them over that
Making up my own language here, guys.
Crevices.
Crevices. Would I have ever used the word crevice? Probably not until Aiden started saying crevice.
Crevice tool.
Yep. Exactly.
Crevice. Crevice.
Crevice.
Crevice. Crevice tool.
He says it the right way now.
They don't say crevice tool no more.
Take a sip.
Yeah, you got to do a sip.
Or a few. Very yummy.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good boy. Alright. We got our gray in. Alright, let's do Miss Sandy's the helmet color. So that helmet color is kind of a teal blue. So I'm going to take a little scoop of my blue with a tiny bit of yellow. That page just making a mess all over the place. So scoop of blue, tiny bit of yellow, and I'm going to grab a little bit of white for that. And we'll fill in the inside of her helmet. Now, since I'm mixing with this tiny brush, I have a lot of paint on this brush. It's going to be tough to get into those little areas, so I'm going to wipe some of that off and then rinse and dry to get my brush back to a point so I can easily get in those tight spaces with this brush. So this is around her helmet, around the inside of the helmet. And some of these smaller areas, if it's hard to kind of hover and paint, use your pinky, rest it on your canvas so that you have some control in these little areas with that brush. Pencil grip, pinky stabilize. So now we are seeing fewer paint nights posted. That is because we are really booked doing a lot of private events now. So we do encourage, we appreciate the shares and the referrals to groups like your Girl Scouts, Cub Scouts, your work PTO groups. We are still doing virtual events, but we are also back to in-person events too. So we're a little busy on doing a lot of those things now too. Hi, bud. Hi. Hi. For Squidward's color, I'm going to keep this same brush, same color that I'm working with. I'm just going to add another scoop of yellow to it. And that should kind of turn it into that green, like that sea green color. So it's blue, yellow, and white for this color for Squidward. Add a little bit of white to that still.
What, is it too dark?
Yeah, a little bit. A little more white to that. And remember, if you have too much paint on your brush, you can let some of that paint off of here somewhere and then rinse and dry. Get your brush back to a point so that you have some more control over where that paint is going with your brush. There we go. So this color is all of Squidward's body. So his head, his arms, almost everything that is left open, except for the centers of his eyes, will get this color now. I know I used to watch this a lot with my nieces.
SpongeBob?
But yeah, Adrian really wasn't much of a SpongeBob watcher. Well, Adrian didn't really watch much TV at all, actually.
I heard about it and then I said, let me check it out. And I checked it out and for about maybe 2 weeks it was cool and then I just
I mean, if it's
it wasn't no Bugs Bunny.
Yeah, I mean, if it's on, it's some, you know, and there's nothing else on for the kids to watch, then it's on, but. So around the eyes. That mad face. Squidward's always cranky. I'm getting there, guys. Let's see. Got Squidward almost done. He just needs his black outlines and the black in the eyes. SpongeBob just needs a little bit of that blue color. We could do that. So tiny brush just to my blue. In fact, I'm gonna add a little tiny bit of white to that blue so it looks a little bit lighter. And that is gonna be around the outside ring. Okay. And he also has a little blue stripe, so the top stripe of his socks are blue.
You know, little blue stripes.
Yeah, they're tube socks. The blue and red stripes on the tube socks. I'm gonna just grab that tiny bit of red and do that little red stripe on each one of those socks too. And then while I've got my red on my brush, let's mix a pink for Patrick. So we need pink for Patrick. Just mixing red and white. That's it. Super simple. Red and white to the pink color that you like. And we will load them up. You can use your tiny brush. You can. This is probably a good one for your medium round, but I'll stick with my little guy. So I missed my last two, well no, I went last weekend, but I didn't do my self-care class yesterday. It was the last one, so all I have left is kind of like glazing and painting my pottery, so we'll see. We'll see. I don't feel like a pro yet, that's for sure. I can tell you that.
Listen, what did he say about your stuff?
Nothing really. Mason probably grabbed it yesterday, or Marie probably grabbed it yesterday for me.
Oh.
I mean, 2 or 3 things I kind of glazed already there, but the rest I think I'm gonna get my own colors and glazes and paint.
Okay.
I just wasn't impressed with any of the options that were there, but I know he was making more for us, and I just wasn't there for that, so.
Okay.
I'll have to, I did buy a glaze, like a bright yellow glaze.
Yeah.
And a turquoise or a teal glaze, so those are my 2 colors for upstairs, so. So I'll do them on my own. And then I just have to bring them back for them to fire them, I guess.
Okay, they can do that, can't they?
Yeah, I mean, it may not be until the next class that's in session, but that's okay. I'm in no rush. Getting his legs down here. Make sure you get Patrick's legs and his tongue. If you want to like differentiate and make that a different color, you can. Maybe I'll add a little bit more red to that, just so it's a slightly different color. And while I've got that pink, I'm gonna do SpongeBob's tongue. So any of the tongues that are still open, SpongeBob, Sandy, I'm gonna do her little flower and her nose. Just using my pinks here. Sandy's little nose up here. Maybe SpongeBob's tongue. We're getting there, guys. A couple more details and then we can outline.
Taking the sip.
You didn't have to zoom in on that.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Oh my goodness.
Gotta remind everybody to take their sip.
All right. I think I'm gonna go to, let's see, we have Patrick's shorts. That's the main thing that we have left here, and then it's our details. So Patrick's shorts, the outside of them are kind of a lime green color. So for that, I'm gonna take a scoop of my yellow here and a little bit of blue. And you're gonna mix for a light green or lime green. Go. So this is the outer section of the shorts. His little, those little flower things are kind of like a purple color, so we'll do that next. But remember, if you have a lot of paint on your brush and it's hard to work with, just rinse and dry, get it back to a point. Spin that brush on your paper towel as you pull it towards you, and it will give you a nice fine point again. And then we go right back to painting. So that because I mixed two primary colors that are both pretty transparent, you might want to add a little bit of white to this, just so it's not quite as see-through or transparent. But it's all good.
If you just quiet it down, you'll start to know.
The mini little squeak. Squeak, squeak. Almost. All right. I think our last color, aside from our outlines, you could pick whatever color you want for the center of your flower. I'll just throw a little bit of that green in there while I got it. And then we need to mix a little bit of like a purple for the flowers in his shorts. So little scoop of red, little scoop of blue, and we'll add a touch of white to that for kind of a purple color. And you mix whatever color you're happy with, that's all. I like those two colors. That purple and green together are always my good colors together. we get it all? I think we got all of our colors. So now it is really just to go back and get those outlines in and those highlights. So let's put in the highlights first, and then we'll go back and do all of our outlines. So tiny brush, I'm just gonna grab a tiny bit of white. We need 2 dots in the center of SpongeBob's eyes. 1, 2. We need those same 2 dots on his shoes. 1, 2. And then I did have a little bit of kind of just to kind of vary the color a little bit. A little highlight on Squidward's head and right across those creases of his forehead. That he looks so mad about.
Oh, Jamie Penguin says just popping in
There
to
she
say hi.
is. I was
Not
just
painting tonight.
just talking about you. And I'm sorry, did we say we had a Ghostbusters pinball machine coming or something along those lines?
What?
She mentioned something about another pinball machine. I was like, oh man. Man. And then I'm just going to rinse and dry this brush. So when we do our outlines, I always remind you, rinse and dry this brush often. The 3 P's. Paint just a little bit, point all the time, and pressure, light pressure. So tiny bit of paint on my brush at a time, pencil grip, pinky stabilize, and we'll start doing our outlines. Now, if you'd rather, you can wait until this is all completely dry. And like I said, I have other people that like to just wait till it's completely dry and go back with Sharpie and outline in Sharpie, and that is perfectly fine too. So this will take a couple of minutes to go around those outlines.
It's almost like a Sharpie.
Yeah. I mean, I know mine.
Sharpie's almost like that.
Yeah, I mean, you'll see it, my Sharpie outlines are there already, so it looks like I've already pre-outlined it. So you can do that too.
But you're redefining.
I'm redoing them so that they're nice and crisp. Yep. Any of those little areas that I may have gone over, I can kind of fix here. And after every couple of brush strokes, brush fills, I rinse and dry. Spin that brush on the paper towel, get it back to a point. So point, paint, a little bit of paint at a time, and light pressure. The lighter the pressure, the finer the lines. If you put a lot of pressure down, you're going to get wide lines. Alrighty then. It's like the school bell. Jeez. Like when I have Zoom meetings for work and all the clocks are going on. We're like, what is going on? Very sorry, please hold.
I just say it's just like home.
Yep. All those little lines. So we're just outlining our characters now. So remember, when you guys are done with this, take those photos, we want to see it, and add to our fan page. I will put up an album for this that you can add directly to it, but then we encourage you to create your own album so that at some point, usually toward the end of the month, I pick a Spotlight Artist of the Month. And we like being able to showcase you.
Yeah, so always come by and visit the fan page and look at other people's
We love seeing you guys
pictures.
encourage each other. Yes, I love seeing that. That makes me very happy.
Mimosas and Masterpieces Fan Club.
That's us. When you get up to his eyelashes, you could do those big lashes in the black.
Phoenix says next year we should do a painting of a maple tree with a tap on it and a little fire with a pot boiling.
I like that. That's cool. I've never actually gone out and gotten my own maple syrup, but that is a cool idea. Is that something that you do, Phoenix? Laura?
She's out there.
Do you go and get your own and make your own syrup? I think that's really neat. I have a friend that I haven't gotten any honey yet, but has gotten her own hives now. So she'll be doing honey soon. I don't think I outlined these little circles on the last one. He looks very busy on there. I didn't outline his little crevices on the first one. All right, let's see. Outline some of ours.
Phoenix says, yeah, we need a work in progress folder.
There you go. You could do that. Yeah, you could always do that. Add your item and just say it's a work in progress. That's all. You could certainly do that. Then it will build up anticipation to see the finished result, though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. So I know for sure we will get, I promised you guys an Easter gnome, so I will get a little Easter gnome up for you. I am not sure what the next ones will be, but I have a couple of other big things that I have to work on, so we may just do some repeats for right now, but we'll see.
Get some kind of like consistent weather. It could be nice and warm every day. That would be nice.
Patrick's eyebrows are a little like zigzags. Rinse and dry, get it back to a point. Let's get those little details going on Sandy over here. So if you still have your sketch and you can't quite see these little lines she has on these boots, you can use that sketch again if you need to.
Jamie says, new music tonight. Yeah.
Oh, really? What'd you do?
Huh?
Just changed it up?
Yeah, that's all. That's just
Oh, okay. Nothing crazy.
No. As long as it's royalty free, it's all good.
Yes. And adding all these little details and lines in really kind of defines it all. And it comes all together. It takes some time, but it's worth it. And again, there was other sketches in that event when you signed up. There was a Gary and there was his the pineapple. So love to see if some of you guys did those too.
Mm-hmm. Now Phoenix says this is the first year I am up at the farm at the right time.
Ooh, just weather or for doing certain activities and events.
Yeah, I think it's both. Because he's got time to paint and hide the painting from her uncle. So they must be out or something.
Sandy looks a little bit crazy too. Rinse and dry the brush. My lines are starting to get thick, so I need to remind myself. Rinse and dry the brush. A little bit of paint at a time. There we go. Oh, and our buddy Squidward. Get those centers of the eyes in there. That will help him look normal.
Oh no, she's up at the right time for doing maple syrup.
That's what I was thinking, yes. Oh, that's cool. Very neat. I've been to Vermont a couple of times, but nothing, never did anything like that. I've always been to Vermont in the winter.
Mm-hmm.
And not for skiing. No skiing for me. My whole, I went with my church group or my youth group when I was younger, and they all skied and I stayed behind. I did snow tubing. There was a huge hill right outside their house.
Okay.
So I did snow tubing almost by myself, and I walked to go ice skating. And the funniest part about the whole trip, it was funny. It's funny now, but at the time it was not. We walked down the road. We had to walk down the road to go to a lake to go ice skating. I bought a new pair of ice skates. I had a new pair of sneakers because I did not have boots. And on the way back, I lost my sneaker. My feet were so cold.
Oh no.
I lost my sneaker walking in the snow. And I didn't know it. I have no idea how long I walked without a sneaker. That's how cold it was.
Oh my God, you was walking in the snow with no shoes?
Yep. And they went back. A bunch of them went back and tried to dig through our tracks to see if they could find it. And they could not find it.
Wow.
I was waiting. My mom was going to be pissed because it was new sneakers. And I lost them in the snow.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What bad luck.
It was bad. It was. Yeah, it was bad. It's funny now, but it was not then. I was like, my mother's gonna kill me. Oh no, that's it. Now Mark's gone. Stop! I can't focus when I'm laughing that hard. Stop. Stop it.
You had bad luck.
No kidding. Really bad. That's what you got. See? Make fun of me.
You had bad luck as a little girl.
Yes.
Mom was kick your behind.
Yes.
Because you lost your sneakers out in the snow.
I only lost one.
Did you go in the snow? Oh.
It was my
I don't want you.
Seriously.
My foot is cold, but I'm not worried about that.
Oh my God. I was. It's like, my mom's going to kill me. We have to find it. They were like, let's go back. We'll come back and we'll look.
Oh,
they could not find it. That was horrible. It was not funny at the time.
My mom was going to kill me.
I did. I said that. They're like, no, she won't. I'm like, no, yeah, she's going to be mad. Yep.
Yeah.
She was mad. She was mad.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Poor girl. Bad luck. Went out to have a good time and it got ruined because she lost her sneaker in the snow. What the heck was you doing? Running in the snow?
No, it was so high. Like, it was up to your...
So what, it sucked off your foot?
Seriously, it's like up to your knees.
You just kept walking.
I didn't realize that I was missing it until who knows how long.
You didn't realize my foot feels sort of funny.
Yeah. My mentor, he was walking behind me and he said something and I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't even realize that I lost my shoe. I don't know.
So you realize you're walking with one barefoot and one...
Yes. It was terrible.
Oh
yeah.
What a memory.
Yeah, no kidding.
So my mom's gonna go ballistic on me because I lost my sneaker.
Yep.
In the wintertime.
They were brand new. I have no idea. I must have had 2 pairs of sneakers with me. That's all I can think. Because, stop it. Because I had to go home in something. I don't know. Oh my God. See, you making fun of me now. This is not nice. Rascal.
Oh my God.
He's making fun of me. And this is what happens sometimes at 1 a.m. and all of a sudden we see something or hear something and we just go into a laughing fit. And then none of us sleep.
I'm trying to stop. I can't. I'm trying to stop.
Ask my mom about that next time you see her.
I'm surely going to do it. If I had known it yesterday, I would have asked her yesterday. No, because I could see you standing there looking at her. And she's going, how the hell did you lose your sneaker? And you're looking at her like, I don't know.
I know. I didn't. It was terrible.
Oh my God. She's looking at you like, oh my God, I don't know how did you lose your sneaker in the snow?
In the snow.
And you got that look on your face that I don't know how I did it. I'm just scared you're going to be mad at me.
That's exactly what happened.
Oh, poor baby. You had bad luck.
Sure.
You was always a good girl, but you had bad luck.
I was. It was not fair.
That's what happens to. It happens to the good ones.
Man.
It's never fair.
I'll tell ya.
You lose your sneaker in the snow with your friends. And you get back and your mom's just standing there looking at you and say, how did you lose it? And you sitting there going, I don't know. I don't know.
Frostbite, practically. That's what happened.
Yeah, forget all about that. It was all about, where is the sneaker?
And they went back and dug through my tracks. I don't know how far back they went, but...
Yeah, I can see your mom was ballistic. I paid money for them sneakers and you just went out there and you just leave the sneaker out there in the street somewhere.
Yep.
And don't know where it went or how it got off your foot. Nothing.
It was a long-running joke in church.
I can imagine.
Even through the spring, they're like, nope, we still didn't find it.
Still didn't find that shit. Came back next year. We still didn't
Animal stole it. Who knows?
The snow thawed and everything. It's gone.
Oh my gosh. So the last step of our painting is to sign and date, of course. And make sure you take those pictures. Whoa, what's going on there, Ross? We'll take it easy, boy.
That's a little bit too much excitement.
Right? Sign and date. That painting. Oh, my goodness.
Poor little innocent girl loses her sneaker in the snow. Mom's gonna go ballistic and break her neck.
Uh-huh.
And she's gonna give you them little. How old was you?
13, 14.
13, 14.
Yeah.
Just turning a teenager.
Yeah, that's probably Aiden's age.
And you're the oldest too.
Maybe I was a little bit older. Maybe
you're supposed to have a sense of responsibility. And you go out there and lose your sneaker in the snow.
Listen, I can't help it if my feet froze. And I couldn't
feel. And then you
feel.
gave your mom that dumb look. I don't know. I lost my sneaker in the snow.
See, Daddy's gonna make fun of me now. All right. Help me out, guys.
Oh, I can't wait to see your mom. I said, can you tell me the story about the snow and the sneaker? What?
Yeah, exactly.
What?
She's gonna play dumb. She'll play dumb for a bit. Remember when Jennifer went on that church retreat to Vermont?
Church retreat, and she lost her sneaker, and she came back and you said, well, how the hell did you lose your sneaker? And she said, I don't know. I said, did you kick her ass? She said you kicked her ass.
No.
No, I didn't do that. I wouldn't do such a thing. I knew it.
Lies.
She just looked at you and told you all, I don't know how I lost it.
Oh my goodness. Hey, listen, we had done it in 2 hours. That's pretty darn good.
Yeah, that is pretty good.
I was really expecting that to be a lot longer. Sorry. But thank you.
I wasn't expecting no story about you losing your sneaker in the snow, that's for sure.
I don't even know what got us started on that subject.
I don't either, but you got me off to the beaches with that one.
Oh my goodness. Well, thank you guys for painting with us tonight.
Seriously.
Oh my goodness. That's always a fun time. So we'll be back next time for... I'll put something up in there in between the 420 event for sure. Definitely the Easter Gnome. I'll see if I can work on him. Maybe I'll work on him tonight for you.
And you know what, everybody? You're watching this video later. Or maybe we need to get her mom down here in the studio one day. And I can ask her in front of everybody. You remember that time Jennifer lost her sneaker in the snow? Mm-hmm. And she's going to go, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. I don't remember that. What? Mm-hmm. Sure, Mom.
Alright, we got it on video now. We're going to keep this in the moment. And one day we're going to get Mom down here and I'm going to remember to ask her that question.
Sure.
That's going to be interesting. I can't wait to see her. When I see her, I'm going to ask her immediately. Hi, Dad, I got a question. It's about a sneaker.
Ay. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you all very much for joining us tonight. Because we still can't go live, we're going to put all of our virtual tip jar tippers together for when we can go live, and I'm going to do one big one. We'll see how many come in, and then maybe we'll do multiple prizes.
Okay.
We'll just wait, because I know I have one from the Lucky Gnome that we didn't do yet. So, virtual tippers, we're going to put y'all on one big wheel. Okay. The website is connected again, because that was down last week. So, you can use the virtual tip jar on the website, or you can use the Venmo or PayPal. Either one is fine. We appreciate any and all. And we also appreciate when you share your painting and tag us. We like seeing what your family and friends say about what you've done. All right.
Thank you, everybody. As usual, it's always a fun time. Spend my time with you.
It is fun. I always enjoy it.
All right.
You good?
Yep, I'm doing the outro now. You're waving bye-bye.
Bye. Aww. That is a good one. Everybody have a great night and a great weekend. Hi, Holly. Yes, I hear you.